tips and tricks that will get all of us, parents, kids, siblings, through the school year in the wellness way, right? So let's get started. Yeah. And there we go. Welcome, class of 2024-25. Now, listen, the shift from warm summer, sunblock, sunbathing weather to shifting to school season, having to get supplies, parents having to deal with enrollment, all of the paperwork that comes with it can be a whirlwind of emotions for both parties, the parents, the kids, the fur babies, the household in general, right? It can be an excitement for a beginning of the new year, or of the year, I should say, the new school year, mixed with anxiety, um, excitement, happiness, sadness. It comes with a lot of things with the schedule, the workload, a lot of adjusting, a lot of adapting for both parties, right? A different social dynamic comes when we are going back into an environment that can sometimes be scary and the unknown, especially if we're going to different schools, um, different grade, just all of the things that comes with back to school. So we are here to focus on coming up with a game plan, a back to school game plan full of wellness for both you and your kids, right? So let's go ahead and navigate this webinar into the future and how we can come up with a game plan that works for you and your household. So let's get started for a successful year. All right, let's set some goals, right? So when you start, we want to define our goals for the year, including you, personal, academic, extracurricular activities. Set clear goals that can be attainable and achievable by all parties. And that includes everybody in the household. So sit down together as a family and set family goals. And also, this is a good way for you to sit down and plan your own goals. Because listen, at the end of the day, self care is just as important as caring and motivating, being a master motivator for your kids. Because ultimately, that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to get them on that right path, that set that foundation for them to have a successful year. And that starts with you. And you're going to hear me say that a lot. So, in the fitness world, the wellness world, I should say, we always apply SMART goals. And so that acronym is what we use to plan wellness goals. And it can be applied for everyday living. It doesn't have to be for a wellness goal, it could be as specific as a grade achieving moment. So, SMART goals, what are SMART goals? They are specific, they are measurable, they're obtainable, they're relevant, and they're time bounding. Meaning, let's just say your kid comes to you and is like, I want to play soccer. I want to make the varsity soccer team. Okay, so how can we do that? We need to be specific. When are tryouts? How long do we have? The goal is to get onto to make the team, right? So what can we do that is specific? It's measurable. We can attain it in that specific time frame. It's relevant to our goal, and it's time bounding, meaning that we are going to do this in 2 months. So, and that can be with anything. And what this does is helps us focus on our goal, stay focused, and relieve stress. So we're not everywhere. We got a game plan, right? So set your goals early in the year. If you've already started school, that is totally fine. You can set goals at any time. That is the beauty of setting goals, right? So set goals, make your life easier, make your kids' life easier. And it also, again, it starts now. It teaches them to create specific goals to achieve a certain goal of theirs, right? establish a routine. We are, as human beings and just human behavior, we really do thrive better on routines. So establish a routine. It'll also help you get to your goal. So sleep schedule. This is a big one that I hear all the time when I'm in coaching. Sleep schedule is everywhere. So as a family, try to get on a consistent sleep schedule. Aim for 7 to 9 hours. I know that that probably seems a lot for some, especially new parents have younger kids. But start now. Okay. 7 to 9 hours is that, well, that's what we're trying to achieve, and make it go through the weekend. So go to bed at the same time, try to wake up at the same time, and do it consistently for 7 days. And your body will start to get into that rhythm, and everybody will be on the same schedule, and everybody will have slept the amount of time that they need to recover, refresh, reset for a new day. All right. So our morning routines, start it with calm, consistent morning routine. Okay. It can be chaotic, it can be stressful, especially if we wake up late, we have some shifting in the morning that doesn't necessarily go the way that we plan, right? A lot of things can occur in a short amount of time. So we want to try to aim for that consistent routine that includes a healthy breakfast. We got to fuel our mind, we got to fuel our body for a day of learning and discovery and absorbing, right? So we want to start our day off strong, right? So, and that includes breakfast. It also can incorporate some mindful breathing, breath work. Now, not only does this help you and your kid establish, where is my breath right now as far as breath work? Am I holding it? Do I have a lot of unsettling feelings, unsettling anxiety before I even started my day? And you don't know that unless you consciously are aware of it. So, as a family, start your morning with just 1 minute, 1 to 2 minute breath work. Inhale, exhale. And if you have no idea where to start, the beauty of it is you have access to our Exos app, and they have guided audio breath work. And we'll talk about that later. But you do have tools that you can use to help you with incorporating this into your morning routine. Okay. And it doesn't even, it could be 30 seconds, but we're going to go over that. And it's good to incorporate that in the morning so that you can start it calm and refresh and on a great note, right? Evening routines. I tell you what, like, we do not give enough love and attention to evening routines. Evening routines are just as important as morning routines. We have to start our day strong, and we got to end it stronger, right? And even if that means on a calm note, trying to wind down, right? So that's the goal, is to, we have been grinding all day, we have been hustling, we have been working, we have been learning, we have been physically active, mentally active, emotionally active and present. So we need to wind down from that day. And it's good to incorporate that in your family routine. And it doesn't matter which age that we are targeting. Like, we need to have a set scheduled routine. An hour before we go to bed, this is what we do. We do A, B, C, D, and E. And statistically, and I know this is really hard, but in order to calm the mind and really get that maximized 7 to 9 hours ideal routine for sleeping, is no electronics, no TV, no phone, no tablets, just peaceful, just relaxing, sitting there in calm and serenity for 30 minutes prior to when your ideal time for you to go to sleep. So that's just something that you just want to might put in your back pocket. Try it out. Maybe do it for a month, see if it changes some things and increases your energy level, your sleep routine gets better, your overall health and wellness is enhanced. So something to try. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Physical activity. exercise. Incorporate at least 30 minutes of physical activity into your daily routine. This includes walking, cycling, sports. Enjoy yourselves. Includes you and your kids. Okay. Again, it starts now. We want to start incorporating that physical activity or some sort of activity that our kids can absorb and incorporate a part of their daily routine, and so on and so forth for the years to come. Okay. And listen, if you get into a moment where you have a day and you're like, I have absolutely no bandwidth to fit physical activity into this day, then try to set aside little increment breaks for you, because when you're thriving, your kids are thriving. Okay. If you know that your kids are going to get 30 minutes of physical activity today, tomorrow, and you don't feel that your schedule allots for it, take 5-minute breaks. Take a moment, go outside, go for a walk. If you're at a facility that has stairs, go take a couple of flight of stairs, get that energy boost back. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes consistently. We can get creative with our movement, right? Again, you also have outlets for you have access to your Exos app. So if you can't go visit Coach Nate for a class, or just for to get on a cardio machine or do some strength training circuits, uh, use your app. If your kid is at practice, don't be afraid to get that app out and do a 15-minute class right then and there. You will feel so much better, right? Stretching, take stretch breaks. It is crucial to incorporate stretch breaks now, especially at an early age, to prevent injury prevention, just increase in mobility awareness and regeneration of the muscles, especially if your kid is super active. And stretching in the long run is just going to help again with your flexibility, your mobility, and keep from your muscles from shortening. And we want to keep them elongated and not have any unnecessary unwanted soreness or aches and pains, right? So take stretch breaks together as a family. Try to do as much as you can together, and you might develop a connection that you never thought could exist, right? So physical activity is important to incorporate into the year. Now, if your kid is like absolutely not interested in physical activity, again, be creative. Virtual reality is huge these days. So if your kid is a gamer, like pick a game that you all can do or that he can do that requires physical movement. There are a ton of games out there that are incorporating physical activity because it is relevant and it's important and it's beneficial to your overall long-term health and well-being, right? All right. Mental health. Mental health is just as important as our physical health. Okay. Mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness and meditation, we can manage our stress, which is huge. So, kids are going through a lot of emotions. Okay. It is an adjustment. They are around a lot of personalities. They are discovering a lot of emotions that they have yet to identify. And that is important for us to keep educating them that it is absolutely beneficial to maybe take a break. Like if they feel that they're overwhelmed and they are stressed and they have hit their limit, even though you are not capable of understanding, let's meditate. How about you take a break? We call it a break. Let's take a break from what we're doing and let's just find some sort of peaceful mindfulness, meditation, and we're going to manage this unsettling feeling because it's okay and it's going to happen. And it's going to happen for years to come, but it's good to give them the resources now so that they can adjust, adapt, and wind down those thoughts and feelings, even if they need to write them down. Something is better than nothing, right? If they don't want to meditate, have them write their feelings and emotions down. And if they can't communicate that, then that is okay. That's okay. Have them talk in their phone. Again, let's get creative, right? The important part is let's identify what kind of emotions and feelings and thoughts that we are going through, and let's make them external somehow. Okay, journaling, write your thoughts down. Okay, it helps with the emotion. It helps with reducing your anxiety. Okay, we don't want to harvest all of these unsettling emotions. We want to get them out some way or another. And that includes you too. Okay. Stay connected. Make time for friends and family. That's important, right? Well, our lives get busy, we get going. It is important to stay connected to those who matter the most and who you are comfortable with sharing these feelings and emotions with. Same thing with your kids. Okay. Positive social interactions can boost moods and reduce stress. It is true. It gives you your endorphins that you need. And when you get endorphins, you get happy, you get uplifted, you feel better. So we want to get those good feeling hormones activated, right? Join clubs and groups, engage in social activities that interest your kids. Get them out of their comfort zone. Sometimes that expands their horizons and also introduces them to something that they didn't think that they would ever be interested in, and now they absolutely love, right? So it builds a supportive community for both. In the wellness world, we call this unconditional positive regard. And what is unconditional positive regard? Is when you are there so present that you are listening and you are hearing and you are absorbing everything that your kid is saying. Whether you can relate, you can empathize, you can sympathize with them. You are there to listen, okay? Unconditionally, without any judgment, without any repercussions. So we want to try to do that because in turn, it's a compromise, right? In turn, we want them to unconditionally listen to us as parents. We want them to clean when we need them to do something, we need them to unconditionally listen. So this teaches a communication pattern back and forth that will that they can use for the rest of their life, and you too as well. This can be as beneficial if you are a leader of a team. If you are in management, if you are wanting to get there to a higher level, that senior level, we use this to identify what our team members need and how we can achieve it. Okay. Get creative. So unconditional positive regard, I highly recommend it. It'll also open the possibility of keeping that communication consistent and flowing and keeping that momentum going. Which leads me to my next thing, right? Seeking support. Kids need support. We need support. It is okay to need support. And trust me, we are not alone whatsoever. Okay. Um, you are not alone. We are not alone. Teachers, counselors, peers, they're all here for us. Okay. Talk to them, use them. Use your HR resources, your employee benefits. Use them. It is good to talk if you are struggling academically, emotionally, seek support. It is important. Ask for help is not a sign of weakness. Okay. Um, if your kid cannot come to you and talk to you about what's going on, because it is depending on the age, and not even depending on the age. Listen, school is hard. Life is hard. We've got to choose our hard, right? constantly on the daily, right? If you're not a morning person, it's like choose your hard, right? I wake up super early, or I take the chance of waking up 30 minutes before I need to get somewhere. Both of them are hard, but we got to choose our hard. If we are aiming to you know, lose weight, our goal is to lose weight. Okay. Pre planning meals, hard. Okay. Or thinking that we are going to be able to make that dinner at night at 8 o'clock, but then you don't get home until 10 o'clock and you ultimately choose an alternative method. It's both hard. We got to choose our hard, right? Um, if we want to work out, we're like, which one do I choose? 5 a.m., 5 p.m. Both equally hard. It's hard. We got to choose our hard, right? So when I say that, it's like choose it having your kid talk to you and having your kid talk to somebody else, both of them can be hard, but we got to choose our hard, right? And it's okay to seek out the help. If they can't talk to you, have them talk to somebody else. Same thing with you. If you cannot talk to somebody in your comfort circle, seek somebody else out. It is okay. Right? Limit technology use. I know this is a hard one. This is a hard one for even adults. Okay. I just want you to remember the time when technology was not even a thing. I don't know if some of you can, and some of you probably can't, but it's, um, some would say that it was less complicated, right? And we got to choose our hard, right? So with this, we're going to limit screen time. Try to limit non-essential screen time, especially before bed. So we talked about it, 30 minutes. 30 minutes is our goal, okay? We're going to aim for it, right? So it improves sleep quality. Take technology breaks. We need to even do this, especially if this is our primary source of working, resource for working. Take breaks. Okay. Do walk arounds, get stretching in, get that blood flowing, oxygen through your body. Take breaks. It also helps you mentally refocus, refresh, recharge, right? It helps rest your eyes, your mind. I mean, you could be going in circles and you have or you could be stuck. Sometimes we just get stuck and we just need a break. Statistics say that studies from professionals, health professionals, children psychologists to be exact, have studies have shown that if you actively each day during the week actively sit down as a family for 30 minutes, no technology, anybody, it is completely gone, out of sight, out of mind, out of hearing, like it doesn't exist, then you have the ability to incorporate active communication. And you just start. I mean, it could start anywhere. It doesn't have to be about a specific topic, but just spending that 30 minutes will help with your interpersonal communication skills, just communication skills, period. Um, Getting the dialect going. Our generation is better at it than the current up one coming, because we have not been exposed to technology as long as they have, and we haven't. We can remember the time that we had to actually sit in a circle or sit in a classroom and talk and have a dialect back and forth, and that's not common these days. So we need to go back to old school days, right? And get the communication and the upfront. So my challenge to you is to try to sit at a table for 30 minutes with your family and just try to communicate, or try some sort of communication for 30 minutes and see where it goes. Okay? You never know what you're going to discover about each other, right? Have healthy habits. All right. So That is what our ongoing goal is to achieve is healthy habits. And that's from a holistic standpoint, mentally, physically, emotionally. All right. And it starts with healthy habits, routine. All of this comes in full circle. So healthy snacks, pack healthy snacks, fruits, nuts, yogurts to stay energized through the day. Don't depend on the cafe or don't depend on your kids' cafe to provide healthy snacks. The reality is it's probably not as healthy as we would like on the daily. Okay. Um, hydration, plenty of water, plenty of fluids, carry a reusable bottle, and stay hydrated for work. Make sure that your kid, whatever the policies are at school, make sure that they have something or an outlet that they can go to stay hydrated and, encourage lots of water, right? Less sodas. So I rely on this fifth method and I constantly keep this in mind. So I want to be strategic instead of sorry. So I'm going to say that again. I want to be strategic instead of sorry. So we're going to go back to that busy day. You have a busy day. You've got meetings from the time you start, from the time you end, but you know that you are not getting home until 10 o'clock and you're probably going to have to pick up dinner, something. Plan ahead. Plan ahead. Be strategic instead of sorry. Have that pre made salad or healthier meal ready to go at the beginning of the day so that when you do come home, that is what you have to eat instead of stopping by Chick-fil-A and getting those, all the things Chick-fil-A that sounds yummy and delicious. And then you're sorry. So be strategic, not sorry. If Halloween is coming up, okay, and you know that you love to take candy from your kids. Like it is something that you can't control. Okay? Then try to make it as controllable as possible. Let's be strategic, not sorry. So let's eat a healthy meal, okay, a nutritious meal before we take them out to go get all the candy. Have one piece of candy, call it a day, and set that goal and stick to it. But don't go the other route and be sorry, haven't had anything to eat all day. You're starving, you're whatever you can, just shove it in your mouth. Go take your kids and they eat half their candy because we can do that too. So let's try to be strategic with our day or what we're planning and not sorry. If you have a friend or if they have a friend that, oh man, it's so hard to say no to, then maybe you should not hang out with that friend for the day or the evening. Limit yourself. Again, be strategic, not sorry. Embrace diversity. So, in our school and workplaces, we are a melting pot of culture and ideas and backgrounds. And this is the time to start. And even if you have already started, to encourage your kids to embrace diversity, to respect others' perspectives, and foster an inclusive community, inclusive environment. And it's okay to not agree or necessarily have the same point of view as the person next to you, but it is okay to listen to their perspective. Okay. Diversity is not about how we differ, it's about how we embrace one another's uniqueness. We are all unique, there's nobody the same. Okay. We can all learn from one another. When I coached my kids, I always tell people that you're gonna meet a lot of people with the different personalities and different point of views, but we can all coexist respectfully. And that's what we want to try to encourage ourselves, and our the next generation coming up, because we have so much to learn from one another, and especially for a great year ahead of us, right? And speaking of a great year ahead of us, we are coming up into our Reset Your Mindset Challenge. And this is, we talked about, listen, we talked about breath work today. We talked about how important it is for our mindset to be calm and to incorporate mindful practices, movement, getting that mobility in. So this is a great challenge for you, and you can include your family as well and make this a family challenge, and start now, right? So, with this challenge, not only do you get just introduced to maybe practices and genres of wellness that you weren't necessarily gravitating towards, but you also get the ability to earn rock star points, which, if you have no idea what that is, you have the opportunity to earn money each year, including wellness into your life. Hey, I feel like that's a win-win, right? We are healthying our daily habits and we are getting money. I say that's a win, for sure. So make sure that you join our wellness challenge for the upcoming quarter. Reset your mind. It's also in the app. If you don't have the app, don't worry. You can sign up today with this QR code and we will send it to you as well. Also, for all your wellness needs, please visit your Exosat 24/7. Visit Coach Nate and I, or visit Coach Nate at the fitness center. Reach out to the both of us. We are here for you if you have any questions regarding the app, regarding your wellness journey. That is what we are here for. Think of us as your wellness concierge. There's so much that you can learn and apply for not only yourself, but, you know, hand that knowledge and discovery down to your kids. It starts with us. So I hope that everybody has a fantastic school year, and I hope that this was beneficial. I hope that you can apply this and it makes your life less stressful, full of joy and happiness and productivity for everybody. I hope that you meet your goals, whatever they are. And we are here for you. So I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining our webinar, and I will see you later. Bye. Do we have any questions? I should ask that. Do we have any questions? No? Okay. Well, I hope that everybody has a great rest of your day. And if you do not hesitate to DM me, reach out to me via app, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.